A woman will cross any line you set if you allow her to. Anything you'll take, she will never stop and say, okay, you've taken enough. I don't want to do anymore. She'll keep pushing and she'll keep taking as long as you'll keep giving. And she'll also keep dishing out as long as you'll keep receiving her ill treatment. Now, somebody sent me a video on IG, man, of this guy with this very unattractive woman. Bad built, deep voice, just nothing attractive about the woman at all. And she has this guy behaving like a dog, literally, in front of her friends. Now, I don't know if this guy has some mental issues or what, but he is holding a conversation with her. And I don't care where you are or what's going on in your life. Never put yourself in a situation with a woman where she can treat you like a dog and you feel like you have no choice but to stay there and take it. Let's take a deep dive on this one. But first, let's elevate to a higher plane. Prepare for takeoff. Now, the truth of the matter is this. A woman expects you to let her get away with more than you let her get away with. She just has an expectation that what she's doing is not the most she can do. As far as disrespecting you, as far as offending you, as far as doing things that she knows don't resonate with you as positive. Once you allow a woman to assume a position in your life that she thinks is a position of power, or that is a position of power, because if you live with a woman in her place, she is in a position of power. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how cold you think your game is. It doesn't matter how tough you think you are. It doesn't matter how much you think you can manipulate and maneuver around a woman's emotional, agenda. You are still in a position of powerlessness because all she has to do is decide she doesn't want you there. Let's take a look at this video, man, and we'll come back and chop it up on a real tip.
Crawl! Crawl! Matter of fact, come on. Matter of fact, you ain't calling now. Call again. Call again. I don't give a fuck your fucking ass. Crawl to me. Crawl. Crawl. No, that ain't what I want. This is what I want. Crawl. Crawl. No, crawl. Crawl to the door. Do it to the door. Crawl.
Now, what you see is a man who is in a situation where he's being bossed around and treated like an animal by a woman. Matter of fact, a woman would treat a dog better than this woman is treating him. Never allow a woman to embarrass you and mistreat you in front of her friends and make you the butt of their jokes. I don't care who she is. I don't care what she stands for. And here's the main problem. How do you end up with a woman who looks like this, who behaves like this, who sounds like this? There is absolutely nothing attractive about this woman. And I'm sure the majority of men who see this woman will agree that she is not attractive at all. And then when you see her attitude, you see how the fact that she's built how she's built and she just lets it hang out everywhere. If she was aware of how she looks, she'd keep it covered up. She'd be embarrassed. She should be embarrassed. This man shouldn't even be with a woman who looks like that. A woman like that shouldn't have a man unless she's really, really sweet as peach pie. And you can look at this woman and listen to her and see her actions, tell she's not sweet. She's a woman who has very low self-esteem, and the only way that she can build that self-esteem is to mistreat a man or make a man bow down to her, which is what she's doing right here. Now, as a man, you have to be aware that when you put yourself in a situation like this, you're pretty much saying to yourself, you need a woman to be your boss. You need a woman to be your master. You are a servant to this woman. And the fact that she wouldn't even let the man walk off. The man did what she wanted him to do, man. He kissing all on that big old belly, man. And he doing all that, man. She is really a woman who does not feel good about herself. You have to make sure that if you have a woman she feels good about herself with or without you. She needs to be confident in her beauty. She needs to be confident in her femininity. She needs to be confident in her ability to give you the things that you need in order to prioritize her in the position that you put her in your life. And the problem in this society is that many men are dealing with women who lack self-esteem. They lack positive self-value, positive self-worth, a positive self-outlook. They don't value themselves. And if a woman doesn't value herself, there's nothing you can do to give her value except devalue yourself. You have to meet her and put yourself beneath her. A woman who has low self-esteem has to feel like she's above you. And here's the problem. None of them are. And especially one who looks and behaves like this. You have to be clear about the interaction you're going to have with a woman, what you're going to accept, what you're not going to accept, what you're okay with, what you're not okay with, what you're going to allow, what you're not going to allow. That's up to you as a man. And you have to stick to your guns about that. You can't make compromises on what you're willing to accept from a woman. Or which, first of all, you shouldn't be willing to accept anything from a woman. Let's clarify that. But what particular nuances of her femininity are you willing to have around you? Are you willing to embrace as just par for the course for having her around? And see, when you have to do that as a man, you have to make sure that the woman is at the very least very, very attractive, very, very pleasing to your eye, and very, very pleasing to your rest, very, very pleasing to your peace of mind. And a woman like this is not pleasing to either one of those. And here's the thing. If this guy does have mental issues I'm just going to assume he does have mental issues, man. She should be ashamed. She should be locked up. She should be arrested for taking advantage of the mentally ill. And we really need to look into that because I just can't see a real man doing this, not for that woman. Now, I've seen men do some things for beautiful women. Now, that's different. You can be taken by a woman's beauty. The book of Proverbs talked about not being taken by her beauty, not being taken by her eyelids, not being taken by, the vanity of her beauty. This woman doesn't have the vanity of her beauty. This woman has no beauty. See, this is what happens when we get into this whole fat shaming and weave shaming and tattoo shaming and boob job shaming and all of these. When we get into all these different type of shamings, then any woman can do anything and look any kind of way and just present it to the world however she wants to. There was a time when a woman who looked like that would not be caught dead wearing that. If you don't conquer your woman will conquer you. Someone's going to submit. It's either going to be you or her, but somebody's going to submit. I can guarantee you that. You have to establish the actions that you're going to take, that you're going to implement if things get out of hand with a woman. You can never allow things to get to this point. Because she didn't just wake up one day, I've been nice to you for too long. Now I'm finna put it on you, son. No, she ain't wake up and just say that. This has been building for a while. Now I know some beta male man Johnny gonna come in here and say, well, that'll be alright. Sometimes you gotta let a woman take control, that'll be alright. You gotta let a woman run things sometimes, that'll be alright. Ain't nothing wrong with letting a woman run things sometimes, that'll be alright. Nothing wrong with it, that'll be alright. I do it all the time. Sometimes my woman make me sleep on the couch, I go sleep on the couch. You know why? Because it's my couch, and I love my couch, that'll be alright. And if my woman wanna be in the bedroom by herself, that'll be alright. And I'm gonna let her be in there, cause you know what's gonna happen? In the morning, she gonna get up, she gonna cook me breakfast, that'll be alright. And I'm gonna eat like a king, that'll be alright. And I ain't gotta sleep in the bed with her, that'll be alright. Well, she don't never give me none no way, so it ain't like I'm sleeping in the bed for a reason. But I'm just saying that'll be alright. Sometimes you got to let the woman be the boss. See, you got to pay the cost now, but you got to let her be the boss. See, I ain't listening to you talking about no relationship, no one let her be away. You don't know nothing. Unsubscribe. Okay, unsubscribe. So before you go, let me tell you this. Anytime you give a woman control of a scenario, you never get that control back. Two things women don't relinquish. Control of your gonads and power in a relationship. Once you empower her, she puts the power in a compartment that you can't even find. And that's what you see in this situation right here. Here's a woman who has been empowered by this man's propensity to allow her to be in a position of authority in his life. He would rather have a woman run him than be homeless and live in his car, or live with his mom, or live with whoever. Bump couch to couch at friends' homes. There's no reason that a man should feel like he's stuck with a woman like this. You should feel like you're stuck with any woman. But with a woman like this? Come on, bro. What's the purpose of having a woman around if you don't get any femininity from her? If all you get from her is this foolishness, masculine energy, rearing up, battling with you all the time. I always want to debate with you about something. Exhibiting no shut-uppers and obedience. Well, what are you going to do with that woman? Nothing. You're not going to do anything with her. She's going to do everything with you. She's going to dog you out. She's going to talk about you. She's going to treat you bad. That's just what's going to happen to you. And I say this to you, men. The benefits of a woman's presence had better outweigh the detriment of you not having your freedom. When you weigh your freedom, independence, not being with a woman, with being with a woman in a codependent relationship, you got to ask yourself, why in the world would you settle for a woman who's not even nice to you, who's not even sweet to you, who don't even show you love? You're a sadomasochist, man, because that is a painful place to be. Emotionally, that's a painful place to be. You'll never get out of it. And the bottom line is this. Any woman who can't buy into the process of femininity in order to be with you, it's no woman that you should be trying to be with anyway. Because her priorities are screwed up. Way too screwed up for you to be thinking about getting booed up. And that's real. Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic, man. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. I'm out.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto.